Welcome to our latest edition of TNT.
Boom!
I am Pastor Joe with the great Michael LaMelle.
Oh, man.
The first, and this would not be the same unless you are with us. And so we just want to say thank you.
Thank you
for being with us tonight.
We love you.
Thank you. And then we got to give you a task. Tell somebody, tweet, text, all of those good things. Like, subscribe, share. The responses have been phenomenal. We went back to our OG format on last week.
Right.
And we had a really, really, really good time talking the pop-ups from the great Michael LaMelle. The first were off the chain. Trouble.
They are funny. They are funny, man. And I didn't know that people like them so much. I like doing them.
I love him. He tried to send me the stuff early, and I don't want to see it.
Right.
I watched a piece, and then I got to turn it off.
He want to watch it with you.
I want to see it in real time because it's just that organic aspect of it. It's just so rich for me. Yep. So, man, what we talking about today?
Man, today
Profit.
is man. Look, this guy right here. Today, we're talking about in the friend zone.
Friend zone.
The friend zone. Yeah, which usually has negative connotations.
Yep.
Being in the friend zone when with regards to relationships, men and women relationships. But Joe and I are in the friend zone, which is a very personal and productive zone for us.
Yep,
because we with that being said, we're brothers.
Right.
Because we're friends, and our brotherhood is predicated on our friendship.
Yep. The friend zone.
Friend zone
is it's become pejorative. It's a negative thing.
Yes.
And
Great word.
of course it stems from, and I've said it a bunch of times, probably a little tongue in cheek, but there's a lot of truth to it. That when it comes to male-female relationships, a man and a woman can't be friends because somebody's gonna want to go there.
Somebody's gonna want to go.
I think I got it off a movie.
Right.
Or maybe Socrates said it. I don't know.
Right.
but somebody at some point is going to think about it and going to want to go there.
Man.
So that ruins your friendship.
Right.
Or alters your friendship in some kind of way.
Right.
And so, most of us understand that if we meet and we trying to get to know each other, you kind of start out in the friend zone.
In the friend zone.
But then if you talking to the young lady and it's like, well, let's pull up, let's go to the movies, and she pull up with another dude and two other chicks, then you in the friend zone.
You're in the friend zone.
This is as far as this is going to go. And the thing is, that thing has become very negative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's kind of this underlying aspect of this that if I have interest in you, we need to go there.
We need
at
to
some
go
point.
right.
And
right.
if you're already saying nah.
Why is that though, sir? Why you think? We gotta go there, or I don't understand. Why do we have to go there?
This is our culture, man. This is America. This is it's not just America. It's just society today. I was watching something online, and the young lady was making a case against what's happening in like the gay pride, so forth and so on. If I'm not mistaken, she has a gay son, and so she isn't specifically against homosexuality. Her issue was when she's watching these parades, there are children there. People are bringing their kids at a very young age, and the what's happening is they're introducing sexualization to 5, 6, 7-year-olds when they really shouldn't even be processing those types of things.
True.
And so we're hypersexualized in this country, in the world, on any end, homosexual, heterosexual, trans, whatever it is. We're hypersexualized, period. And so the idea that if you meet somebody and that person doesn't want to go there with you, there's something wrong with you, right? Like
you assume, you take it personally.
Yeah, there's a deficiency. Yeah, and it's like the idea that I can just enjoy your company, but I don't necessarily want anything from you. there's got to be something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how come he don't want me? Or how come she don't want me?
Wow.
Or whatever. And so
Wow.
that's where that friend zone thing comes in.
Wow. I think you're very right. And being in the friend zone, so I'm in the friend zone a lot. Been in the friend zone most of my life.
Right.
I was having this conversation recently about a particular friend, and we worked together. We've done shows, and she did a TV thing that I was creating, Misty Rain, and
Oh yeah, you told me.
and people assume because we worked so closely together over the years, y'all got to
Y'all,
went there.
y'all had to go there, right? Or y'all going there, right?
She's attractive, smart, working, doing the show, and I created this show and put her in the lead. You gotta go there.
Yep.
We never went there. Never went there. It is not on her mind, not on mine.
Right.
So we don't have to.
No.
I'm saying that because I'm a living example of you don't have to. And we work closely together over the years.
Right.
Don't have to.
You don't have to. And that's really kind of how it should start. That should be the foundation. You know, I'm a elementary school teacher. And early, you see guys and girls are friends. They just hang. There's a natural kind of, we just hang out. There isn't any.
And everybody's friends. All
Right.
together.
All races, all colors, creeds, whatever. Everybody just hangs out. Basically based off personality. If I enjoy your company, we hang out. And you
We
see
like the
some,
same
right,
things,
you,
yeah.
you see weird combinations.
Right,
It
right.
don't seem right, but they just get along. For some
Right,
reason, they
yeah,
jive with each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there isn't any of this extra stuff that's put on it. And obviously, we process through puberty, and we have to have these levels of attraction because
Right.
of the point of procreation and marriage and all that stuff.
Right.
But the foundation is, I enjoy hanging out with you.
Right.
You enjoy hanging out with me. We have a respect for one another, and it's pure, it's beautiful, and it's never been tainted by anything else. That's hard for adults.
But should it be? I mean, the world promotes for us to be enjoy self. It promotes self gratification and instantaneous self gratification, and do it as much as you can. All those things. You only live once. Do what thou wilt. And there, you don't even have to have self-control. Just do it.
Yep.
Just do it. Nike.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
And I don't think we have to have that pressure in the world of the world. Not of it. And I think we put an undue stress and pressure on ourselves by trying to keep up on some levels. And that is one of them. I think the friend zone is okay. I think it can be productive and amazing. You know, we have these things and cliches that we say. Don't crap is a more colorful word.
Right.
Don't where you eat.
Where you eat, right.
So if this is our dinner table, we're not gonna sit there and turn around and pull your pants down on the table right here.
Right.
We eat right here.
Right.
There's a place for that. That's uncivilized. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
You'll be out of your mind. Don't do that.
Right.
And it's very simple, basic formula. So let it be true.
Yeah, let it be true.
And but our self, I like this word. It's very masturbatory. That
yeah,
we
that's one of your words. Word of the
we right self-indulging, self-gratifying that we are, and the world programs us and promotes us to be that way.
Yep.
And being in the friend zone is something that we shun because of that.
Right. Yeah, we shun it. And it's like nobody really wants to be in it because it's like you've been placed in it.
Right. You don't have no control.
Yeah,
and
right.
you want control.
You want control, right? Control over. I remember Leon Silver's the great producer, one guy that we used to work with. Shout out to Leon.
Hotline.
Yes, sir.
Hotline.
Hotline. What was the other one? And the beat goes on.
And
the
the beat
Whispers.
goes on. Yep.
Before I Let Go, Blackstreet.
Yep.
Like the list goes on and on. I worked with him for many years, and so did Mike in some capacities. When I used to be a handsome young R&B singer.
I might put up a picture.
A long time ago, right? But one thing is crazy because one thing that he said to me, and it's always stuck with me. It's like, look, man. He would tell us, he said, y'all some good looking guys, man. Y'all tall. Boom. There's gonna be girls. Don't sleep with the artist. He would say it all the time.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And it's funny because the default is sleep with her, right? He would say, look, man, whatever you do,
I need a Draco on that.
that thing
Don't
is
do
going
it,
to
man.
mess up everything.
Don't do it.
Once y'all go there,
Don't do it.
It changes the dynamic. Even if, unless you're going to marry her, right? Don't sleep with your artist because you got to now produce her.
Yep.
And now you giving her orders. And
Yes.
now she got to take direction, and it's like it just complicates everything. Don't do it, and it's crazy because I just said it, but the default really was, oh, this is my artist. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Smash. Right.
I'm doing my thing, but I have to kind of reprogram it to put you in the friend zone, and that's kind of the antithesis of how the Bible talks to us about friendship.
Right. Right.
And friendship is it's the highest order of love and expression and humanity,
It's in the book.
according to how the Bible works. Jesus says, I no longer call you servants, right? But our relationship has processed to the place where I'm friends with you.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham was known as a friend of God.
A friend of God. Let's define what friend is.
Yep.
All right. A person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations.
Right.
Wow.
So they're making a separation between
Yes.
the fact that that's my brother, that's my friend, right?
Right.
Or this is my girlfriend, that's my friend. It puts it in a friend zone,
Right.
which
Wow.
I think that kind of, it's a good definition, but I think it kind of maybe cheapens the real concept of what a friend is, right? Because you can be my parent and my friend. You could be my brother and my friend. You could be my wife and my friend. Houdini, ones we can depend on.
Let me see. I pulled it up right here. That's what I was looking at right there, brother. Let's look at this right here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let me see.
You had that?
I had it right. I had it up here. Oh, it's saying. Let me see. It's
Before we
saying.
go any further.
Ah, yeah, friends, brother.
Y'all ain't ready for that.
No. I got these whole lyrics printed out too. Isn't How many of us have them, man? When you ask yourself that and really take an assessment, ones you can depend on, how many really?
True.
Before we go any further, listen to this. Word we use every day in the wrong way. Again and again.
But the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friend. And if you ask me, you know I couldn't be much
Man.
help. Because a friend's somebody you judge for yourself.
judging yourself.
Some are okay and they treat you real cool. And some mistake your kindness for being the fool. We like to be with some
Because they're funny.
Others come around
When they need some money,
Some you grew up with
around the way,
and you're still real close to
this very day. Homeboys,
The summer, winter,
spring and fall,
And then there's some we wish we never knew
knew
it
it all.
And this goes on
again and again.
But these are the people that we call friends.
Who do you call friend? That's the thing. Who do you call a friend, an actual, real friend? You should do yourself a favor and go and listen to this track.
Man, they killed that.
They murdered it. It's dead right now.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. Rest in peace. Yeah, he passed away recently.
Yeah.
Ecstasy,
Yep, X.
the lead singer. Him and Jaleel were the main singers of that group. Houdini,
Yes,
the green-eyed genie.
Green-eyed genie, man. Yep.
But the point is, They were so enlightened to write this song.
Absolutely.
So simple. I mean, it is profound, the things they're saying.
Absolutely, man. I mean, he even said it. Like, the dictionary doesn't define the meaning of a friend.
And you just said that.
Right. I didn't even realize that. That was that lyric.
Yeah,
probably
man.
subconsciously. But,
Man.
yeah. So what does the book say,
The
man?
book says, let's see, John 15 and 13. Here we go. All right. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Greater love. Greater love hath no man. So now, it don't say wife.
Don't.
It don't say children.
Nope.
It don't say husband, spouse. It don't say grandmama, mama, daddy. It don't say none of that.
Right.
It don't say pastor.
Okay.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And then the next verse says, ye are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you. Oh, my.
Wow. Man, that's good right there.
That is good, that next part.
That's good right there. Because it's so good because, okay, so when we're dealing with Greek, right, the word friends, I can't remember, but it is the root of where we get the idea of phileo, Philadelphia. It's like
Yes.
brotherly love.
Right.
Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, brotherly
Yes,
kindness.
right.
But the word there, love, is the word agape, charity, which is basically, it's really a strictly Christian word because it doesn't really come from anything else besides the concept of God's unconditional love for us.
Unconditional.
But here's the
Oh,
thing,
man.
right? There's a condition to become a recipient of unconditional love. You got to be a friend. Right? Ain't that what it say?
The book said that.
You are my friends if
You do whatsoever I command you. That means your feelings can't get in it? I don't feel like it. I want to do what I want to do. I don't like the way you did that. What you said offended me. Why you got to command me, though?
But see, when you understand,
Whatsoever
when you
you
understand whose friend you are, there becomes, I mean, it's wild, becomes a level of trust and understanding that my friend is never going to lead me in the wrong way. And if he is so willing to die for me, I should be able to trust how he's going to lead me and guide me. How shall he not freely also with him give us all things? And when Jesus says these things, I love the last 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th verses of John, because what John does is he brings us basically into the final conversation that Jesus is having with the disciples before he's about to die. And if you've ever been around somebody that died like a few days later, them things stick,
They
right?
stick.
And so this is one of them, this is sticking, like, and Jesus is kind of bringing them all in and giving them the last bit of instructions before we go away. And the whole concept of, I need for you guys to demonstrate to the world what real love is, what agape is, by how you love one another. And I'm going to be the pinnacle of love when I lay down my life for you who are my friends. You are my friends.
That's good, sir.
Yeah.
That's good. John 15, 13, 14, and 15. What you were saying, henceforth, verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth.
Right.
But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. Yeah, that's good, sir.
It's real good. It's a book.
it's interesting that, and I guess we can wrap it up. I mean, you said the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't want this to open another can of worms. I'm compelled to say it. I think it's interesting that we put aside friendship for the sake of relationship. And we so desperately want a relationship.
Right.
I want a boyfriend. I want a girlfriend. I'm going to have me a wife. And we set aside the fundamental thing,
Right.
friendship.
Right.
Friendship is unconditional. You use that word. Man, that's so good. It's unconditional. It's here. Whatsoever I command thee.
Right.
I'm not going to do anything that hurts you already. You know that.
Right.
I'm not going to say anything that hurts you already. You're supposed to know that. So if I'm commanding you to do this, then why your feelings get in anyway?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. But that unconditional love of a friend, that thing that makes you compelled to get it right if you commit an infraction, that thing where you completely invest yourself in it so that it's always peaches and cream. If there's a bump in the road, we don't even feel it, or we feel it together and traverse that, and we're on the other side of that, man. We laugh about it.
Right.
It's laughable because we are friends and it's so solid. It is impervious to any onslaught from any outside activity. It is completely strong against that. We set that aside often, it seems, for the sake of, I want a girlfriend, I want a boyfriend, I want a husband, I want a wife, period. Why y'all not friends, though? So we need the relationship instead of the friendship.
Right.
When we should have the friendship and base and build everything else on that.
Right.
Because relationships have contingencies.
Right. You can find fulfillment in friendship. That's the foundation. We love relationships. There's nothing wrong with them. Obviously, God created us to be in relationships. He created Adam and Eve in a relationship, and that's kind of the foundation of the family. But the point, though, is that when you find the foundation of friendship, you can build everything else. You can build everything else to whatever relationships that you want to develop. But a friendship is so significant because it compels you to treat somebody the way that you would want to be treated. And if you always have that in mind, it reduces those bumps, because I'm going to always be thinking about you. And a lot of times I think, and I say it all the time, a lot of times the reason why people can't be friends is because they don't trust themselves to treat you the way that to treat them the way that they would treat you.
Right.
So since I have an agenda, or I don't know if I can trust you because I really wouldn't trust myself, I can't really trust you like that. And I say it all the time, that this is how people deal with each other. But this is how come me and you have such a great relationship, because I know that my intentions, my love, my respect is pure, right? It's just nothing there.
Mine is pure.
Right, and so it's easy, right?
Easy.
But if I had some stuff right here in the back, I'm gonna always look at you a little way, because I'm looking at myself that way.
Right.
And that's why Jesus could, I think,
that's good,
be pure with his love for people, because he didn't have an agenda outside of, I only want the best, the very best for you. And a lot of times, I think when you don't have that friendship, it's fractured. Your relationships become that way because you don't trust yourself. That's why you don't trust nobody else.
That might get you in trouble, sir. Okay. I love it personally, but that might get you in trouble. Really? That's a interesting assessment. I love it. Yeah, I do, for real. If you know something or claim to know something and you know it unwaveringly, it is solid in your mind. You know it. How can you be so easily moved from it? Often.
Right.
Or distracted from it? If you absolutely know it.
Right.
It would seem that we just back up because you don't really absolutely know
You
that.
don't really know. Yeah.
Like you said, that's really a gray area. Let's admit that
Right.
and try to work on building that.
Exactly.
But you don't really know. You say you really know, but you don't really know.
Yep. You think you know, but you have no idea.
In the marriage, in the that other relationship that should be built on that, is going to be trouble. Trouble.
If I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble.
Right.
Because then doubt creeps in.
Right.
And that brings with it a whole slew of other things.
Yep.
Man. Whereas when your friend, like you said, you have no agendas, it's specific. So let me ask you this. So that means most people have an agenda in a relationship.
Is that a question or a statement?
I guess it's both. What is your agenda should be the question. You and your wife are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Friends sometimes can get under your skin.
Absolutely.
But because they're your friend, it's quick, your heart, your desire, your motivation is quick to make it repair.
Right.
Like, even cut that out. Let's do some surgery. Quick.
Right. I tell my wife, not all the time, but we've had this conversation many times,
Right.
that we should never waste an argument. That at the end of the day, you might feel a certain type of way, I may feel a certain type of way. That doesn't make either one of us wrong. Right? It doesn't make either one of us right. But just because you feel, I feel what you think, you were raised, I was raised, we should be able to get at each other, and it could get a little heated. That's fine, right? But we got to be able to build from that so that both of us begin to grow as people, but then we grow together.
Yeah.
We don't want to waste it and just leave and that's nothing. But now we've got to figure out, how do we come together? How do we attach ourselves to this issue so that we can become better from it?
That's good,
right?
sir.
Because if I have an agenda, my agenda with you is to grow with you, to spend the rest of my life with you,
Right.
in peace and harmony, right? And so that's my agenda. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to try to make that thing work.
Right.
And I don't want to have you sacrifice everything for me and me do nothing for you. I want you to be you, right? So we've got to come to a place where we can kind of meet. Sometimes the agreement is to disagree, but if you've got to work till you get to that point, because I have a friendship. I only want what's best for you, right? That's my agenda.
Right.
I only want what's best for you. And while we have a romantic relationship, obviously, the foundation, though, sets the foundation for how I treat my friends. I don't want anything from you but besides the best for you. I want to walk with you along that journey to whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I know that you want the same for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The people that I consider friends,
Right.
I know, like, I can trust these people. Like, they want me to be my best self.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
that's I think that's the key to any solid relationship.
Man. Wow. Do you think? Wow, that's really good. Friendship is a charge. It's also a gift to have it.
Oh, absolutely.
True friendship.
Absolutely.
And we should cherish it. Wow. Man, that's good. That's really good. Wow, I'm in class. I'm taking notes. From you.
Man, go ahead, man.
You know, being a friend, you have to show yourself friendly, and be pure. Your motivation can't be to garner a response out of the other person or to get then that's a different agenda.
Right. That's self-serving. It's masturbatory.
It's very, sir. It's very masturbatory.
Yeah.
But again, society promotes that we are that.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Whatever makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I'm a koala, so call me koala. You know, tomorrow I'll be a naked-nosed wombat, so call me a wombat.
Wombat.
You know what I mean? So why is that, or how is that really productive?
Right. Right.
They told me yesterday Bruce Jenner wants to come back to be a guy again.
Really? So
Some people were talking about
Oh,
that.
really? I
and
didn't know
I
that.
overheard that conversation. I'm
I
like,
heard he was supposed to be running for governor of California or something.
so I'm led to believe that he don't have no friends. Because he just doing whatever you want to do.
Man, that's good. Because your friends should be able to tell you, hey, the decision to become a woman probably might not be the best idea. Maybe. I don't know. We about to get in trouble.
It might not be the best idea, particularly somebody of your status,
Yeah, dude.
but it's not going to be the best. This may not end well,
Might not work out.
right?
But on a real application note, if you're making questionable choices, you need to have people in your life that can say, you know what, let's think about this. You probably should not do this, or what's your motivation behind it? You should be able to accept it, right? And then you make a decision.
Right.
But if you don't have people around you that you can trust, that you can talk to, like you said, I feel bad for people that don't have that gift, because there's a responsibility to friendship.
Right.
That we're able to essentially be honest with one another. And I'm going to allow myself the vulnerability to bring it to a friend and say, man, so they can say, nah, man,
Right.
I disagree with your decision here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you probably going to have to live with the consequences or whatever, so forth and so on. But it's important to have those gatekeepers in your life that can kind of help you process through some stuff. And a lot of what we're dealing with, I think, today is that people refuse to be honest with one another because we just say, okay, well, if you want to do it, cool, I support you. You know what I'm saying? It's good. And that's not really friendship. You know what I'm saying? Blind support really isn't friendship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a responsibility. For my love demands that I'm going to say, you know what? Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's process it a different way.
Wow. You're right. Are friends obligated to pick up your bad decision and wear it?
Woo.
because the love is unconditional.
Right. Yeah.
I would say no, but I'm curious.
No, I think that I can still love you, but I don't necessarily have to bear the brunt of your bad decisions or wear the weight of decisions that you've made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'ma still love you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to suffer the consequences of that. And particularly if we had a conversation that you're gonna stay in a particular thing, nah. I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
I don't think so. That's just me though. I don't know. I
No,
might need some more
listen,
Bible.
I'm on your same.
I might need some more Bible.
I'm on your same page. I don't understand why I would have to,
Yeah.
and that shouldn't be the barometer of my friendship.
Right.
Shouldn't be predicated on that.
Right. Exactly.
That I pick up your baggage and tote it. No. As a friend, I want to be able to show you how to put it down.
Yeah.
So you can be lighter and we can run over here.
That's right, man. That's it. Take my yoke upon you. Learn of me.
The only way I'm grabbing your bag from you is to take it out of your hand and place it down right here.
Right.
Showing you how to do that.
Exactly.
That's a friend. That's the friend part. I think that's a gift to be able to know how to do that.
It is.
You know.
That's real love.
And so, yeah.
Yep. That's real love. Real agape. Love you, brother.
I love you too, bro.
My dear friend.
I love you.
And brother.
Much. Yes, my friend and my brother. I want to be a friend of God.
Oh, man.
And I want to be friendly. I want to show myself friendly to the people. I want to be a friend to people. I don't want to control anyone.
Right.
And when you get in relationships, there's a line where you, again, friendships, true friendships, are unconditional.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to we kind of move freely in those things.
Right.
Relationships have parameters and conditions.
Yeah.
Oh, you do this, I'm gonna do this to you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, he did this, girl. You know he did. I'm about. Wait,
Yeah.
hold it.
Right. Yep.
The book says don't be tit for tat. And I don't understand why we do that. And it's kind of a human thing.
Yeah.
You know, somebody says something terse to you, and then you're gonna raise up and say something back. You fold your brow and do it. And I know I don't want to be that.
Nah.
I don't want to be that, man.
Nope.
I don't want to be that.
Yeah, I'm the song, and this is probably my last point. The song, he said, some will take your kindness for a fool. And I think that one of the challenges that we have is when you allow yourself, I guess, the vulnerability of friendship, the ball goes into the other person's court to choose how they want to deal with it. And there are some people that
that's
are
good.
1,000% users, right?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean that you've done something wrong because they decided to abuse the unconditioned that you bring to them. And I think that one of the challenges that we have in life is that if I'm unconditional with somebody, if I'm free with my friendship to somebody, they may not reciprocate. They may not understand how to handle it. And there's a vulnerability there. And I think that, the goal though for me is really, I want to make sure that I'm walking that line, right? To where if you do the wrong thing, that's on you, right? I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to be better for it. But as a man of God, I want to make sure that I'm obviously being friends to my friends, but I want to make sure that I'm being friendly to everybody that I meet. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what Jesus would do. We talk about it all the time. That's what he would do.
Right.
He has given us ultimate love, and there are people who abuse it.
And people going to.
Right? They call it, greasy grace, all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
But it does not really change what he did, and it doesn't really change the love that we're supposed to have for one another, and the love I have for you, the love we have for y'all.
We love you very, very much.
We hope y'all love us.
Yeah.
Give us some hearts or something
in the comments. What do you think? What do you think about friendship?
Yeah.
Being in the friend zone. I think I want to be in the friend zone.
Yeah, man, let's be in it, man.
It's a good place to be. It's not negative.
Nah.
Be in the friend zone. But can you be a friend? Can you show yourself friendly?
Yep.
In the friend zone.
In the friend zone.
Yeah.
Time to get in it.
It's like the end zone. We running touchdowns, all right? Let's do it.
Let's score.
Let's score. We
Yes,
right
sir.
here. 4 and 1.
Got to get in there.
Got to get in there. It's 4th and 1.
Yes, sir.
No more timeouts.
Right.
Let's go. All right? Brother, I love you.
Likewise.
Hey, how you say it? Like, subscribe, share, tweet, talk, text, tell somebody.
All of it.
Tag somebody. All right? And we'll see you next time. Make sure that you share it. All right? We were revisiting some of the old clips. I was looking yesterday. I'm like, wow, this is good content.
Yeah.
So share it. I've been sharing it to people.
Yep.
And keep us informed of the feedback.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
TNT.
Boom!
See you next week.
Yes.
All right.
Friend zone.
The friend zone.
Man,
Yep.
wow.
It's good, man.
Man, don't control your friendship. Don't be so controlling.
You gotta relinquish the control. That's really good.
Ain't it?
Yeah. Because people gonna be people.
Man.